Greetings, Duelists, and welcome to another video. So, today I want to talk about Supreme Darkness. The set is going to be released very soon here in the TCG, and we already know the reveals, we already know the rarities, we already know about a couple of things because there have been box openings by content creators by the time of this recording. What I want to do today is talk about Maliss Post Supreme Darkness. Supreme Darkness is not a real big game-changing set on terms of like the set overall. However, there are some cards in Supreme Darkness that actually do change the way some decks function. Raidion is going to become a way better deck than it is currently. The Mitsurugi archetype, I already talked about that in this channel. I think it's very promising. And people are going to have to make deck building decisions in order to like prepare for the format, because I feel like the format itself, like the decks themselves are not going to change. However, the format around those decks are going to change to some degree. So there are good news and bad news when it comes to Maliss. The bad news is Maliss didn't receive any real cards that actually like fix the deck's issues, nor did they receive any cards that really bolsters the consistency or their and the power plays that the deck does. However, the deck did receive some tools that enable it to do some very cool combos. And not only that, but it gives you the avenue of exploring the deck more, creating better end boards, and giving you avenues of how you should be constructing the deck moving further. So yeah, the first thing, there are three cards I'm going to talk about today. The cards are Abalku, the Lightless Shadow, Template Skipper, and the last card that we're going to talk about, if we can find it, is Liberator Etho. So these are three cards that we're going to be talking about. Before we talk about the new cards and see how their impact to Supreme Darkness is going to fall out, I kind of just want to show a reminder of like how Maliss combos are used to be seen before Supreme Darkness. This is one of the like most standard combos you're going to be seeing, like one of the most ideal ones. Like everything you're seeing here is pretty much standard. Like standard Maliss plays for now. There are some different points to this combo. There are some different variations, but this is like the most standard one. So yeah, this is a terahertz combo. Like if you played Maliss enough times, you probably already are familiar with this combo. If you're good at sequencing your resources, you should not be losing to Nibiru while trying to perform this combo. Nibiru does make it so your end board is not completely the same and you don't rotate into all your girl names, but you still have some safety nets. For example, GWC06 to bring back Binder on your opponent's turn. Like Maliss in Underground to banish Ramson if they nib you too early, or just to banish White Binder or Cat and just use another extender that way. So there are typical ways of you to just keep extending even through some hand traps. Now that you saw that, what's going to happen with Template Skipper? So Template Skipper, for those who don't know, is a Cyber's Link level 1 monster, and you can special summon it to a Cyber's Link point. During your main phase, you can banish one Cybers from your hand or graveyard, and if you do, this card is treated as a link material for the same name as the banished monster if used for a link summon. So there are things I like and dislike about this card. I'll start with the good news. This card is a really phenomenal extender. at any point of your combo, if you have a real way to summon this card, you can summon this card. There are no real points in your combo, early or late game, where this card is affordable. And another really cool thing about this card is that, like, let's say you draw this like in the grind game, and you have something like Whitebinder banish in your graveyard, you can use this and banish the Whitebinder because it doesn't restrict you on which cybers you banish. So to some degree, this card is better than Haggard Lizardos. Another thing about this card is that now you can do length plays while being protected from other hand traps. And let me demonstrate what I mean by that. So what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be doing the same combo that we used to be doing. However, in this combo, we're going to summon Linguribo before doing our typical plays with Lizardos and typical plays. Instead of doing Lizardos, you're going to use this instead of Lizardos, which means you have Linguribo. What does the Linguribo do for us? The Linguribo makes it so you don't lose to Infinite Impermanence and you don't lose to Dominus Impulse. So those two hand traps are now going to not be usable during this combo. Or if they do have Imperm, they need to use a second Imperm. The bad news about this combo is you are susceptible to Nibiru a bit more, but outside of that, it's pretty much the same combo. There are other applications for Format Skipper. I will show it very soon when it comes to another combo. But for now, this is pretty much what Template Skipper does for us. Now, let's talk about what I don't like about Template Skipper. There are two things I don't like about Template Skipper. One, it's not a real starter, it's only an extender. We already have enough extenders in the game that kind of fulfill the same condition, like Backup Secretary, Meow Mine, Druid's Worm, Kodo Soul. So Template Skipper is not really all that different from all those other cards. Banishing to become the name for the link material is almost irrelevant because you're pretty much always going to be banishing a Maliss name, and it will become like whatever Maliss you're banishing with Template Skipper, you're just going to bring it back. So on that note, Template Skipper is also not that good. If Template Skipper would have banished from the main deck, this card would have been amazing. This card would have been an automatic 3-of. There is another bright side to Template Skipper, and the other bright side of Template Skipper, and another thing to note, is that this card can banish monsters from your hand. So if you've been on the same situation I have, which is ending up with multiple Maliss names and just being clogged with too many of them, this can unclog your hand and just start moving around pieces of materials that you already have in your hand. Sadly, it is not a cost to banish, so this can be negated and you cannot banish whatever is in your hand. But it's good to know that we do have another way to just get rid of our Maliss names in our hand, besides just Cat and Allure of Darkness. So that's one other bright side with the Format Skipper. So now that we talked about Format Skipper, let's talk about Akubao. So this is one of those typical hands where you don't open Dormouse. This is just to show you that any extender just makes your combo very safe. So when it comes to Maliss, there's no real way of mis-sequencing your combos. There are right and wrong ways to do it. You just need to be careful of what you're playing around. So if you see here at this point, we're going to take all these, we're going to make Whitebinder, we're going to Whitebinder banish the Ramson. The Ramson is going to banish the Dotscaper, and we're here at the Dotscaper point. So this is not going to be the firewall combo that you saw earlier. This is going to be something very different. We're going to grab these two, and we're actually, before that, we need to remind ourselves to activate Whitebinder. That is important. So we're going to set 06. Now we're going to link those two, and we're going to link into Nightmare Griffin. This card has been popping up in some Maliss lists. So there are Maliss combos that just summon Nightmare Griffin. And with the Griffin, you can just set the WC. You can just pretty much set anything at this point. So now we're going to grab this Nightmare Griffin and this Red Ramson, and we're going to summon the Akubao, or Abawaku. I keep mispronouncing the name for some reason. So for those who don't know, this is a Link 4 monster. It requires a Fiend as material. That's why we summoned Nightmare Griffin. During the main phase, quick effect, you can discard one card after one of these effects, destroy one card on the field, or you can banish this card until the end phase, and if you do, special summon one light or dark monster in your graveyard. During your standby phase, you can draw cards equal to different monster types amongst monsters in your graveyard, then place them at the bottom, place the same number at the bottom. Really good card. What we're going to be doing here, we're going to prioritize her Reborn effect for our combos. So we're going to do Akubao's effect, we're going to bring back Nightmare Griffin, and then in the end phase, Akubao comes back. And yeah, this is like a really cool end board. Like, now Akubao is a disruption on your opponent's turn, or Akubao I'll keep mispronouncing the name, Abaku, can bring back Binder in the off chance that you cannot use 06. And also, you have Nightmare Griffin, like the middle zone, and this card is really good in this format, especially against Ryzeal. So yeah, this is just a Nightmare Griffin combo. So before I show you more about cool combos, I'm gonna show you another interaction with Template Skipper. This combo was incredibly hard for me to learn and master. I don't know if anybody has made this combo yet, but this is a combo specifically for Fiendsmith players. But yeah, we're going to banish Rabbit DP11. We're going to make Lizardos into this. This makes this. This is for TB11, Chessy Cat. We're going to summon here. So we're going to make IP Masquerena. And you're probably wondering, why are we making IP Masquerena? So this card is going to be really important for the Fiendsmith combos. Because if you played Maliss Fiendsmith, you already know that it's easy for you to do your Fiendsmith plays before your Maliss plays. However, doing your Maliss plays and then your Link Fiendsmith plays are almost impossible to do due to the Maliss Link lock. This combo is going to circumvent that and make it so even if you start with the Maliss combo, you end on full Fiendsmith rotation. So we're going to special summon the Template Skipper here. And this is what I meant by Template Skipper being really good. Template Skipper at any point of this combo can just summon itself, banish a Maliss, and become a Maliss name. So we're going to banish the Dormouse. And now, Template Skipper, if we use it as Link material, is treated as Maliss Dormouse. So now you can legally summon Whitebinder. We're going to Whitebinder effect. Whitebinder is going to bring back the cat, and the cat is going to bring itself back. We're not going to banish TB11 because we already have a Maliss card banished. The only reason you would typically do that is for Heart of Cryptor. So now you're going to use Whitebinder and you're going to set 06. And you're going to link these two away into the Nightmare Griffin. So this is pretty much almost the same as before. However, we're not going to make Abaku here. Yeah, we're going to link into Requiem. Yes, this is a Light Fiend, so this can be a catalyst for Fiendsmith. So we're going to Requiem effect, Requiem summons the Lacrima, Lacrima is going to dump Engraver. Now you're going to do Engraver, Engraver put back the Griffin, and we're going to equip the Requiem to the Engraver. And now you can grab these two, link into Abawaku. And we're going to use Abawaku's effect, and we're going to bring back the IP Masquerena. And this comes back. Now you're probably thinking, well, this doesn't look good. Like, what are we actually doing with this? There's no fusions, there's no way to like make Desiree, there's no real M-board here. Like, this looks very mediocre, right? Well, we're going to do something here. We're going to use the Abao. We're going to use Abao, and give me a moment. Yep, my bad. Ignore all those sound things. Anyway, Abawaku is going to banish, is going to bring back the Lacrima. The Lacrima is going to send Fiendsmith Kyrie. This is another new card from Supreme Darkness. I already showcased this card like when I was doing the Mitsurugi combo. However, if you did not see that video, then this is another introduction to new Fiendsmith cards. Fiendsmith Kyrie allows you to fusion summon by banishing this in the graveyard. So you're going to banish the Kyrie, and you're going to use the Engraver, the Requiem, and the Lacrima, all as link materials for Desiree. And you're probably thinking, well, the Desiree has no link materials, so there's no way to use the Desiree, right? Well, this is where the IP comes in, because now IP and Desiree can link into Agnondai. And now Desiree becomes an interruption to just send the card to the graveyard. And now you can do Agnondai, and Agnondai can bring back the Desiree. And now Desiree has its negation, because it's equipped to Agnondai. And that's not even counting 06 for Binder for the typical Maliss line, and this is pretty much like the same interruption that you are used to seeing with Maliss. So yeah, this is how you reverse engineer the Fiendsmith combo. This was very hard to learn, but basically this is enabled because of Template Skipper. There are probably other extenders that can make this possible, but Template Skipper was a pretty cool one on this regard. Now I'm going to show you one last combo with Chaos Valkyria and Dormouse. So before I show you this combo, I'm gonna go back here and talk about Etho. Etho is a card you can send with Chaos Valkyria. And Etho is a really cool card for when you go second, because this card is pretty much tailor-made to just try to plow through endboards. Also, sadly it cannot be used as an extender from our link place, but it does have 4,000 attack and is unaffected by your opponent's cards. So yeah, this card is really good. And you can typically send this with the Chaos Valkyria. I'm not going to use Etho for this combo, that's why I had to show that disclaimer. So, Chaos Valkyria, I think, is going to be a really cool extender in this deck. And Abawaku is going to show you why. So we're going to do the typical Maliss play. We're going to do the standard combo that you're used to seeing. This summons Jessica, this goes back, this comes with Glasscaper, and now we summon the Chaos Valkyria here. We're going to link these all for Whitebinder. The link code is going to come back, and the Whitebinder is going to banish the Jessica and the Chaos Valkyria. And we're going to trigger both Cat and Valkyria. We're going to special the cat, and we're going to banish a card out of Valkyria. I'm not gonna show you what that card is yet. You're just going to see it at the end of the combo. So we're going to summon back Chessy Cat. We're going to White Binder to set the 06. We're going to link these two away into Firewall Dragon. We're going to use 06, banish the White Binder, bring back the Ramson. We're going to bring back the White Rabbit, the White Binder. We're going to draw one card. We're going to link away Chessy Cat and Binder into Griffin. We're going to draw another card. Griffin is going to set back the 06. Now we're going to Firewall Dragon, grab back the Chessy Cat and the White Rabbit. We're going to link these two away into the Abawaku. Now we're going to Firewall to summon the Chessy Cat. Chessy Cat's going to banish, and we're going to draw 2 more cards. So take note, we draw 4 cards out of this combo. We're going to lose 1 card because of Abawaku, where Abawaku is going to bring back the Griffin. We're going to link away everything into this. This is just showing you that you can either bring back the Griffin or you can just make the Terahertz. It really doesn't matter here. Actually, it will matter once you see the mystery card. But yeah, now in the end phase, we're going to send the Save Worm. We're going to grab back Abawaku. And on your opponent's turn, during their main phase, we're going to Abawaku to summon the mystery card that we send out of the Chaos Valkyria. Can you guess what that card is? 3, 2, 1. The card that we're summoning is Archlord Christia. Yeah, you can Christia lock your opponent in Maliss now because of Chaos Valkyria. And the card that makes it all possible is Abawaku, the Lightless Shadow. Adding to this, you have Cyber's the Save Worm in order to negate any spell or trap. So this board is really hard to break against board breakers. Like, there are no real board breakers that can break this combo. And if you're playing against something like Ryziel, like, what are they gonna do? They can't summon X Ryziel, so they can't send Aggregator to negate this. And let's say, for example, they actually, like, if they had, like, the Ultimate Slayer, let's say they had Ultimate Slayer and they try to use Ultimate Slayer here, because it is a cost to send Aggregator. Yeah, let's say, for example, they actually got rid of the Christia, or the Christia Negator, right? Well, we can 06 into the Maliss line again. Like, yeah, and you have all these interruptions. Like, as if nothing happened. Yeah. So, I think Supreme Darkness is going to be really cool. Now you saw that I think Maliss is here to stay. Some people think Maliss is unplayable, like, after Supreme Darkness. If you know, you know. But yeah. This has been another combo video. I hope you found this informative to your liking and understanding. Keep practicing and keep dueling.